Welcome, Pisces, to Moonlight Witchery. I'm Edie. This is your opening timeless gift of a Halloween love reading. Well, Pisces, that was quite the energy that came down, I have to say. The first thing that is coming to my mind here is the Three of Wands. I feel like you are contemplating what it is that you're going to be doing in the next little while, especially within the next 3 years. I feel like you have really good opportunities, but I also see some blockages that are coming from the past. So I see a lot of bright things in the future, but I see some things that you are dealing with yet from the past, but there's only one thing in particular. I feel like once this one thing is released and cut out from your life, I feel like we've had a lot of rest from it, separation from it, but this is inverted. So I feel like the time of resting from this is over. There's no more procrastinating about what needs to be done in your life and to cut the ties that need to be cut and to move on. And I do feel that this is in some way, it is dealing with family ties, but it's deeper than that. It's dealing with religious ties. It's dealing with expectations, dogma. It's dealing with a lot of energy that may have served in the past for creating healthy lives. However, this is no longer the structure that is needed, and I feel like you know that deep down inside. Yet you also know that there is some things that are coming with such force. I'm seeing such force come through for you Pisceans that you have this magician, you have the world sort of under control in and around you. And this is before, like this is something that's coming before you, yet it's sort of things that you're mastering right now in your life. I feel like the energy of the High Priestess is what is laying down at your foundation. I feel like you have had some study of some spiritual based studies that have enlightened you to some of the darkness within the self. I feel very ancient energy behind you that has a great deal of wisdom and knowledge. I feel like you've had other lifetimes working as a high priest or priestess. I feel like you have worked in very ancient mythical ways. Some of your ideals, that they actually come from this, that you're like, I don't know how I know this. And I feel like this comes from those past life experiences. I feel like you just are able to think of something and it manifests. However, some of the things that you want to manifest, they're not very well thought out. I feel like you don't think things out very well for the most part. So far, you've had luck on your side, but I am seeing right now with this little bit, this King of Swords energy sitting here right now, I feel like this stubborn energy is sort of stopping you from progressing, but it's also protected you. It's protected you, but it stopped you from progressing is what I'm seeing. So now is the time to sort of take, I feel like you've cocooned yourself for a lot of years. I feel like for about 12 years, passing of 12 years is what they're showing me. You've cocooned yourself, cocooned yourself, cocooned yourself, cocooned yourself. You kept spinning that cocoon around you of protection. And all the while, it's like, you know, you're starting to close that cocoon off, I'm seeing. And I see this gooiness inside. And that's where you're at, that gooiness inside. And then this blossoming comes. I am seeing for quite a few Pisceans that there is commitment coming in relationship. I'm seeing that this is the relationship that you want. This is the relationship that you need in your life. It is going to help you financially. I see finances coming in for you. I see actually a message coming in for you that is heartfelt, emotional. And I also think that you fear this a little bit, but yet I see that it is going to help you progress and it is going to help you on a whole new journey. You're not afraid of this journey. You're not afraid to cut things out. But I'm also seeing that you need to, the ending, the cocooning is finishing. The turning into the butterfly. You're in that goo part, you know? You're turning into that butterfly right now. And I see so many things coming in for you that are good luck. I feel like you go away on a trip, and you go away like with a partner. I see this as an overseas trip. You go away you're flying over an ocean. And I feel like this is something that you've wanted to experience for a while with them, but the opportunity hasn't presented itself, and now it's presenting itself. Let's take a look at the Akashic records here and just have a peek about what they want to tell us. Okay. Hilarion. Whoop. Okay, this one really jumped, so I really want to give this one to you. And the Scribe. With the energy of Hilarion, I'm feeling like your psychic ability is going to really blossom. It is going to open up. I feel veils from your eyes being lifted. There's a couple of signs that have had this happen, and it's going to be happening for them at a very great scale. And I feel like you will be able to do some automatic writing. And this I haven't gotten for anybody else, but for you, I've gotten it. And I feel like you should be writing things down. Journaling is important in whatever form you do that in. And I'm seeing very strongly that automatic writing will come to you very well, and it'll be through a mediumship. It's going to develop mediumship. I do see that this is something that is coming for you, and it is, I was looking at this study of the magician, and I felt like, there's going to be some spiritual growth there, and the commanding of how to work the elements and creating things. But you have to understand the spiritual study of that. And I do see those things coming in. And here with the scribes, I'm seeing that you had the energy of the scribes before. Well, if you think about this, the god Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus was a scribe of the gods. He was so smart. He brought us so much energy forth that we're able to put forth in our own lives and create the things that we want. And I'm seeing that if you were to develop some of these things enough, that you could even make, a living at becoming a medium, a very strong medium, in fact, I'm seeing. So it might be an avenue for you that you might want to go down. I am seeing that a lot of the energies that have been in and around you have been for the progression of you, for your self progression, so that you're able to bring this to other people. I'm seeing that very strongly, Pisces. And I feel like, you know, there's not a lot of cards in here about money, but when I see this card and this card and this card, these three together, I see, you know, the magician, the magician and the happy home and the fool starting on a new journey. I feel that for you. I feel that your home base structure has transformed and it's become more stable. I feel like it is going, and if it's not stable yet, it's going to be stable, because it has to be stable in order for you to open up that psychic mediumship for yourself. And I am seeing people work with you, but for the most part, Hilarion is the angelic energy and presence that will work with your mediumship, is what I'm seeing. So you can call upon him to help you through it. Let's bring out some of the romance angels, because I am seeing some things come in for romance for you. I feel like you have some ideas about what you want in your love life and what you're trying to develop in your love life. So with this energy of, two of them jump out readily as soon as I clean that up. Attraction and let go of control issues. So Pisces, we know that with this water energy, you can be a force to be reckoned with. However, maybe with this card here, letting go of control issues is key for you in this, to allow the situation to unfold naturally. What's interesting is here I'm feeling this King of Swords was sort of holding back some of the energy. The stubbornness was sort of holding you back from where the progression of where you need to be. And I feel like the second that you let go of this is what's going to build this attraction, this magnetic attraction, even more so in your life. And that's going to push you forward to where you need to be within your romantic life. This is what's going to help you be attractive to other people, is when you can let go of control. That's what I feel like this thing is about for the main thing. And the other main thing I'm seeing here is that your mediumship is going to be developing, and it's going to be developing full force. So I do advise that you do have some psychic development courses, or definitely, you know, have an avenue that you can go through where you have an avenue of study in some spiritual fashion. If there is one for you to develop your mediumship, I would highly advise for you to do that. And definitely try some automatic writing. I'm seeing very, very strongly the energy of this come in for you. And I'm seeing a lot of couples. Like when I look at these cards, I'm seeing there's couples coming together. People are coming together in your life. And you do have a lot of support in and around you. I almost feel like there's something transforming within the self, within self-confidence. And this comes in from a spiritual grace, is what I'm seeing. You do feel this grace come in from the universe. You do feel the power of the universe within you. And I am definitely seeing that you have some gifts here, Pisces. You got some gifts. And you're ready to share this with the world. So definitely, you know, definitely develop those things for you. I kind of have this feeling like for some Pisces that there's a person that you used to see that is coming back into your life right now. Actually, a couple of people. I feel when you create this attraction, people that have been with you in the past are going to want to come forward and be with you again. And I feel like you've really cut these people out, but you've learned in your life that there may be something there that you need to develop with them further. You need to be emotionally mature with them, my guides are saying, so that they can open up what they need to open up. And I do feel, Pisces, that you are sort of the gateway of opening up maybe even some mediumship for other people as well. I'm feeling sort of inside of me that some of you may be experiencing some issues going on with your stomach. This is telling me that maybe when you are developing your mediumship, that you might want to clean up your diet, clean up some habits, maybe even to overindulge as of late. And I feel like some of you have definitely overindulged. So cleaning up your diet, cutting back on some alcohol or substances. I feel if you're using substances, that this is sort of, you're cutting back on this because you're feeling it in your body that this is not good for you. And I am seeing also that with the cleaning up the diet, physical diet, like even that maybe you become vegetarian even more so. I feel like those Pisceans will develop even further on their psychic channel is what I'm seeing. Pisces, don't forget to rest. I feel like you're usually pretty good at it, but I feel like for those of you who have some spare time on your hands, you've been going, and you've been under quite a bit of stress, and I feel like that you need to rest. When you're resting, you may be having dreams come through as well of people, ancestors. I'm seeing ancestors come through for you. The very end of this reading, it has the Fool card. So, you know, you're restarting. It's almost like there's a reset button for you right now. And you have a chance to clean up old hurts. I feel like some relationships are coming back to you, yet these relationships that are coming back to you are coming back to you because it's karmically fated, because there's unfinished business. And you must clean up those things in order to have the relationship that you want. It's almost like, I feel like this energy of love. So when I think about the Piscean age, we left the Piscean age behind, we come into the Aquarian age. And as we leave this Piscean energy behind, we bring forth with us the energy of love, because, you know, Jesus ruled within that Piscean age. He's the one that brought that forth. He brought forth love, right? So as we bring that forth, like, think about that. The Piscean age, bringing love. You guys have deep love for people, deep love for humanity. And, you know, like, when I feel the warmth of that, like, it just warms my heart. It warms my heart to know how much you guys care and how much you feel. For those of you coming out of a little bit of illness or dealing with I feel like just slight illnesses. It's not major. I feel they're slight for the most part. I feel like this journey, this spiritual new journey that you're beginning, even some of you, it might be new jobs, new homes, you're thinking about moving. There's a lot of things that you're thinking about, but I feel like you need to sit back, and I do feel like possibly even some automatic writing would be warranted, and maybe might even give you some messages about where you need to go, what you need to change. To tell the truth, I don't feel like there's that much that needs to be changed in your life. You're almost there, Pisces. It's just like you need to change certain things with a certain degree. And then you got it. Then you got it. And once you get it, you really get it. And then you get to grow and blossom once you're in your comfort zone. You know, you are the master of hidden things. And I feel like with this, you're not going to be able to hide from yourself. That's the only thing, Pisces. You're not going to be able to hide from yourself. Wherever you go, you're going to be there. And I feel like there's such deep things going on that have changed, that paying attention to your psychic ability is very, very important. But also anchoring it into your life is important. Moving forward with making decisions is really important. This King of Swords, I'm going to say, and this here, this energy, this resting energy, and this King of Swords, these are pulling me together because it feels to me that if you take care of the financial things and the things that have making you sort of feel like you have to have control over them, if you let those go, I promise you, Pisces, I promise you here, look at the happy home, the energy of spirituality in balance, the energy of children in balance, the energy of relationships in balance, the energy of friendships in balance. You conduct yourself in balance. And I'm seeing, you know, prosperity come in for you. And as this comes in, all of these things are just going to help you progress so that you can control everything that goes on within your life. And you're going to be very happy doing so. And I mean, all you have to do to have control of your life is to let go of control of your life. It's such a sort of a oxymoron, but that's sort of what's happening for you right now in the next little while. And these decisions that you're making will have long-term ramifications. I'm going to say this: if you don't want to repeat what's happened to you in the past 12 years, then you need to cut out certain things in your life. And those things, I mean, there's vast many things that I'm seeing that people need to cut out in their lives. But I mean, obviously a personal reading would help direct you in those fashions more. But I feel like you know what needs to be cut out in your life. And like I said, if you need a little bit of help with it, try the automatic writing. So that's about the energy that I have for you, Pisces. I hope you've enjoyed this reading for you, and we'll see you again in some other videos. Bye for now.